Have you ever felt like you're just an observer, watching the world celebrate some huge moment that's supposed to be monumental, but you feel absolutely nothing? Today, we're going to dig into that feeling, and we're not going to treat it as a flaw, but as a quiet, powerful strength. This is about the independence of our own internal milestones.
You know the scene. We've all seen it. The clock is ticking down to midnight on New Year's Eve. A whole crowd is just holding its breath. There's this collective energy, right? A shared hope that a door is about to close on the old and a new one's going to swing wide open. The numbers get called out, building and building.
And then midnight, confetti, cheers, champagne. This huge wave of relief and celebration just washes over everyone. Except it doesn't wash over you. The calendar page turned, but inside, you feel exactly the same as you did a minute ago. And you're left with this quiet, nagging question.
And look, this isn't just about New Year's. It can happen on your birthday, a holiday, any day that society has marked as special. You see the joy on everyone's faces. You hear the excitement. You go through all the motions. But on the inside, it's just another Tuesday. That big emotional shift everyone else seems to feel, it's just not there.
In that moment, when you feel that disconnect, it is so easy for self-doubt to creep in. You start asking yourself, am I broken? Am I just cynical? Why can't I feel the happiness that seems so easy for everybody else? And that question, well, it can make you feel pretty alone, like you're on the outside looking in.
Let me just be as clear as I can be. The answer to that question is a hard no. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Actually, that feeling of detachment from these big scheduled celebrations, it might not be a weakness at all. It could be a sign of a really profound and powerful kind of psychological independence.
See, what you're experiencing isn't a lack of feeling. It's just a different source of it. Your inner world, your sense of making progress, of accomplishing something, it just isn't synced up with the social calendar. Your motivational engine, it runs on a different kind of fuel, something personal, consistent, and deeply internal.
There's actually a name for this kind of independence: low social dependency. All it means is that your self-worth, your drive, your feeling of achievement, it's all tied to your own internal standards. It doesn't rely on the approval or the validation or the shared rituals of the outside world.
Just let that idea sit with you for a moment. Your self-worth comes from your standards, not social rituals. You don't need an external holiday to feel like you're getting a fresh start, because that feeling of renewal comes from within, from meeting the expectations you set for yourself.
Think of it this way. Society, just to function, kind of needs a shared clock, right? We have weekends, holidays, fiscal years, all these external structures to organize our collective lives. But you, maybe without even realizing it, you've been operating on a different clock, a personal one.
And this really shows the difference. On one side, you've got the social timelines, things like New Year's or a birthday. They're public, they're ceremonial, everyone knows about them. But on the other side, that's your personal timeline. These moments are intensely private. It's the day you finally finish a tough project or master a new skill, or that quiet satisfaction you get from keeping a promise you only made to yourself. There's no confetti, but man, the emotional weight is huge.
So the real point here is this. Your New Year's Day might just be a random Tuesday in April when you finally finish something you poured your soul into. Your real birthday could be the day you finally overcome a fear. These milestones, they aren't just single dates. They are whole chapters in the ongoing story of your own growth.
And all of this brings us to a bigger idea, the long-term mindset. It's not just about what motivates you, but how that motivation is built to last. It's about creating a foundation for your drive that's tough, consistent, and 100% your own.
This mindset really stands on 3 pillars. First, you value the process, the daily work, the small steps, the learning curve. That's where the satisfaction is, not just in the final reward. Second, your motivation is internal.
You're not doing it for the applause, you're doing it to meet a standard you set for you. And third, you measure your own progress. You don't need an outside evaluation. You are your own judge. The only person you're competing with is who you were yesterday.
For someone with this kind of mindset, the number on the calendar is almost irrelevant. There are 365 days in a year, and every single one of them has the exact same potential for a breakthrough, for a fresh start, for real progress. January 1st has no more magic than July 17th. The potential is always there because you're the one carrying it.
Now, it is really important to be clear about something. This mindset isn't about being a cynic. It's not about rejecting holidays or refusing to celebrate with the people you care about. You can still enjoy the party, the food, all of it.
It's about something much, much deeper. It's about recognizing where your true sense of accomplishment really comes from. It's about learning to trust your own internal compass, knowing it's pointing you toward your true north, even when the whole world seems to be celebrating a different direction. It's a quiet confidence in your own journey.
So, what's the bottom line here? First, and this is the most important one, feeling nothing on a big holiday isn't a flaw. It's just information. Second, it probably means your motivation is tied to your personal goals, not to public events. Third, you should recognize this for what it is, a sign of real psychological independence. And finally, always remember that your timeline, the one you're building with your own private efforts and breakthroughs, that's the one that really matters.
So I'll leave you with the question. Forget the calendar on the wall for a second. Look at your own internal map, the one you've been drawing with your own effort every single day. What's the next milestone on that map? What's the next chapter that you are writing right now for yourself? Because that is where your next real celebration is waiting.